In the mid-20th century, the global order was determined by the race for nuclear arms. Today, the United States and China are engaged in a multi-trillion-dollar competition for a different kind of supremacy: artificial intelligence. Success in this conflict requires mastering two distinct worlds and forcing them together: the world of digital software and the world of physical steel. Traditionally, the US has led on AI brains. Silicon Valley's dominance in software gave it an early lead in large language models like ChatGPT, systems capable of analyzing vast datasets to mimic human reasoning and conversation. China, meanwhile, has historically dominated AI bodies. With a massive manufacturing base and billions in government subsidies, China now operates roughly 2 million working robots, more than the rest of the world combined. For years, this divide between American software and Chinese hardware kept the competition in separate lanes. But that era of specialization is coming to an end. American software is only as powerful as the hardware it runs on. Most of the high-end chips required to train these AI brains are designed by a single company in California, NVIDIA. To maintain its lead, Washington uses a network of export controls to keep those powerful chips out of Chinese hands. By using the Foreign Direct Product Rule, the US can force foreign allies to block shipments of any technology that contains even a small amount of American parts. This blockade is granular. It even prevents specialized ultraviolet printing machines from the Netherlands, the only machines capable of making high-end chips, from reaching Chinese factories. By cutting off the physical tools needed to build digital minds, American officials assumed they had built an insurmountable wall around their lead in AI software. That assumption was tested in January 2025, when a Chinese startup launched a new chatbot called DeepSeek. Because they couldn't access high-end American chips, Chinese developers were forced to be efficient. Instead of using raw computing power, they used an open-source approach, publishing their code online so the entire Chinese tech ecosystem could refine and build upon it simultaneously. The result was a brain that matched the capabilities of top US models, but cost a fraction of the price to create. The market reaction was immediate. Within days, NVIDIA lost $600 billion in value, the largest single-day loss for any company in history. DeepSeek proved that while hardware can be embargoed, software innovation is harder to contain. China had demonstrated that it could develop world-class AI brains despite the blockade. While China closes the gap in software, the US is pushing back into the physical world of robotics. American engineering firms are now deploying machines like Spot, a robot equipped with thermal imaging and acoustic sensors. These machines are designed to navigate complex industrial sites and identify gas leaks or equipment failures without a human operator. China maintains a massive lead in manufacturing volume, but the US is beginning to house its advanced software in its own mechanical hardware. The old dynamic, where one nation provided the mind and the other provided the muscle, has been replaced by a race where both sides are competing for the entire stack. The competition is now moving toward a single point of friction: the direct integration of reasoning software with autonomous physical mobility. This is known as agentic AI. Unlike a standard program that follows a linear instruction, an agentic system uses a constant loop of environmental feedback. It identifies its own subtasks. In the physical world, a robot can navigate a chaotic factory floor, making thousands of micro-decisions to achieve a complex goal without human oversight. Closing this loop changes the math of national power. The winner gains a workforce that operates independently of human fatigue, and a military that can process and react to combat data faster than human biology allows. We can already see the integration in Chinese dark factories, plants run entirely by robots that can deliver a new car every minute. Beijing plans to use similar humanoid machines to fill the labor gaps in its rapidly aging workforce, particularly in elder care. There is a lethal application for this technology as well. Systems like the Gogol M drone use agentic AI to fly hundreds of kilometers autonomously. Once on site, the system's software scans the ground to identify, track, and engage targets without a human in the loop. In the 21st century, the nation that emerges most powerful will not simply be the one that designs the best chip or builds the most robots. It will be the one that most effectively embeds this autonomous intelligence across its entire economy and military.